Exactly. Right.
Let's see here. Hold on a second. This should be private, so no one else should be seeing it. Is your audio working good?
Yeah, I can turn the volume up here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep, I can hear you. I'm plugged in.
No background feeding?
No, sir.
Huh. Hey, Mel, I thought you were white.
Really? Well,
I can't lie. I didn't know.
That's hilarious. Well, I was adopted up here to a Mennonite family. I'm not really from Pennsylvania.
You're Amish?
Ex-Amish.
Shut the fuck up. You are not. You are not, right?
No, I was raised by Mennonites, but I'm not. Seriously, I was adopted up here. I grew up on a farm, and then after that, I went to the Marine Corps, got into the trades, but I'm not Mennonite myself.
Mel.
Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. We're going to go week 2 update. New HVAC business owners tell us all. We got Mel in the house, and we got Billy from North Carolina. He wasn't able to make it last week due to technical difficulties. If you got any questions, let's go ahead and put those in the comments. We were here to answer any questions you have. We're going to go over week by what's happened in the last 7 days for Mel and what's happened for the last 7 days with Billy. A lot of exciting stuff going on here. And I've got some links in the description. If there's a question for Billy or Mel, their emails are in the description. Mine's also in there. And Jeffrey, which is Mel's brother, he does some social media stuff. We're going to get him on a little bit later. With that being said, if this is your first time here, Mel has recently reached out to me about 2 weeks ago and was asking for some business advice. And we've made a lot of strides in his business. And Billy, maybe a month earlier, had reached out to me, and he's a new business owner too. And we're kind of documenting what they're going through as they've started up their HVAC business and how they're having success and failure. So with that being said, go ahead and introduce yourself, Mel. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, my name is Mel. I'm here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I'm the owner and operator of Winter Home Services, and my business has done a 360 in the last 2 weeks with some infrastructure changes. I do mainly replacement and service and some maintenance.
Okay. And Billy, since you're kind of new here, why don't you kind of let us know what's going on with you? Because let's catch everybody up.
Pretty much started about maybe about 6 weeks, maybe a little more. Pretty much that's about it. Been working in more toward the next level of growing.
Okay, so 6 weeks ago, you were a technician working for somebody else, and you decided to take the leap and went in business for yourself. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, pretty much. Mm-hmm.
And so, did you have you didn't have any customers or nothing like that?
No.
And what was it like when you first started, and then moving forward? What are you doing? I mean, what kind of business are you doing?
Primarily, I had some contacts in property management. That was one. That was where I started at and started getting those. And right when the season started breaking up, you had a couple of hot days. They called me up. I started getting a little bit from that, and then I got into a couple of different home warranty companies, and it took off like a rocket. That's why we called it Rocket Air, because we're having pretty good success with it so far. And Mel's back there just smiling, and then you just gotta love this guy. Plus, I got a lot of experience behind me, and I did have a previous business, 15 years, that was going for a long time, and I had a big customer base with that. And I did contact some of those people and told them what I was doing, and they allowed me to come and look at their units and offer some maintenance, and it just took off from there. It's kind of hard to go back and realize where you were, because where you are now, we grew so fast, it was unbelievable.
When you say it grew so fast, what do you can you be a little more specific for someone that's maybe just tuning in for the first time? Obviously, you're new HVAC business owner. What do you consider busy?
5-6 calls a day, 6 days a week is what I consider to be busy, or long or more. When we first started out, we didn't have anything like that, and I kind of had a back injury to begin with, and so I had to get over that little bit of a hill. And when we started going forward, like I said, I just made some old contacts that knew I was in the trade for a while, working for someone else, and they gave me opportunities, and they started telling their friends, and their friends started talking to them, and my number got pretty much given to most people that I knew in that other business. And when it started out in that manner, we started looking at your show and on YouTube, and we started getting like tons of ideas from that, implemented that, and it wouldn't. Mel can even comment on this. It wasn't 7 days after watching that it just took off from level 1 to level 8.
When you're saying you were watching some of my videos that I made, is that what you're referring to?
Oh, most definitely, yes, sir.
Okay. And in the description of this video, I put how to add customers and with home warranty. The link is in the description. We're going to be probably referencing that quite a bit here tonight. And if you haven't seen it, you're new in business, or you're thinking about going into business, highly suggest you watch that video, because this is 2 examples here of what can happen just by following some of these simple videos. Now, those videos were made when I first got started on YouTube. Not very good, but the content is real. So,
oh yeah.
So what happened is both of these gentlemen emailed me previously and made contact with me. We talked on the phone, and I kind of helped point them in the right direction in regards to where they're at in business and where they could go to grow their business. A lot of you guys have maybe haven't watched the last live stream or any of the other videos, but Mel here reached out to me. It'll be 2 weeks tomorrow. And last week he had about a $16,000, $17,000 week in business, going from not so successful prior to that. To catch you up, a lot of change outs, a lot of service, a lot of IEQ, some duct cleaning and things like that. And then Billy also had a week similar to that, right, Billy?
Oh yeah, it was about 1875, I think.
Okay, so at 18,000 last week, did you make any money?
Yeah, just a little.
I mean, can you feed your family if you do revenue like that?
Yeah, and not to mention, well, we're going to find out here in a little bit, but we're going to show you what we do when we have a good week. Don't want we, Mel? When we have a good week, we want to expand and we want to grow. And this is the first, from going from working for somebody else 6 weeks ago to having your own business to now adding people and technicians. It's very fast, but you have to watch how you do it.
Okay, so let's start that. Kind of briefly sum up what you did last week, Mel, and then let's talk about this week, because that's what we're going to talk about. We're documenting where we went this last week, positives, negatives, what you learned, what you did, how you built your business. Let's share it with these people, because no one on YouTube that I know of is doing this, telling people, looking inside a business, saying this is what we're doing. I mean, this is about as real as you can get. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So give us a little, in your own words, kind of describe how last week was, just to catch anybody up that's new for the first time. And then why don't we start with you on where we went this week, because it's pretty exciting. I would,
Yeah,
don't want to miss it.
absolutely. So for me last week, a lot of implementing infrastructure things, phone systems, marketing strategies, pricing, uh, pricing, um, also just or reorganizing how I run things out in the field. I was used to running more service and necessarily replacement, so I trained my strategy that way. Now it's 80% replacement, 20% service. Makes me a lot more profitable, and also added some AIQ in there, indoor air quality. Um, I also implemented the home warranty company, which was huge for me. They've continuously fed me work as far as service goes throughout the week. I think that's the biggest step. If you're looking at this video right now, fill out at least 10 home warranty applications in your local town. Number one thing to do. And then after you do that, you obviously got to have things in place to be able to complete the jobs that you're taking in order to do. So for me, that was that. I'm at a pace now compared to last week that I need help. So I was in a search of help. I got some helpers to help me out. And since we're doing mainly replacements now, I had to change strategy. My van is more suited for service, not really for replacement. So compared to last week, this week,
Let's go day
few of our
by
fleet,
day if we can, Mel.
yeah,
And if you could get a little closer to the mic, because you're kind of fading out a little bit. But if you could just like what happened Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then maybe
yeah.
we'll go on a field trip.
Okay, so Monday, Monday I had some service calls. I stopped at some maintenances. One of those calls turned into a replacement for me. Um, while we were there, the system was old, and they were ready to change it out. They knew it was coming. Gave them a quote. They went with the quote. That was Monday, which was awesome. The first day of the week. Um, Tuesday, I needed to focus on getting a new vehicle this week. Like I said earlier, my current van situation was not allowing me to move and have a duct cleaning machine in the same vehicle. So Tuesday, I started to realize, hey, you need to get a vehicle. And so I shopped around. I talked to Ren a little bit. Ren gave me some ideas. A great idea if you're looking for a vehicle and you're doing a lot of installs is a box truck. The reason being a box truck because it's large. You could fit multiple equipment in there, a duct cleaning machine in there. You could also run service out of it, which was great. So Tuesday, I got on the hunt. I found a local U-Haul, maybe 30 minutes away from my town, that was selling a vehicle. I inquired about the price of the vehicle and told them I wanted to come up and check it out. Made an appointment for that. And Wednesday, we would go and check it out. So Wednesday, I ran some calls, and I think about 10:30, we headed up to go check out the box truck. Did some maybe 2 service calls and a cleaning, and then I headed up to go check this box truck out. In the process, I made some mistakes. I was trying to save as much profit as I made last week, and probably negotiated way lower than I needed to negotiate. Too greedy, so to speak. And so after talking with Ren and strategizing, I realized, hey, we went too low, maybe come back and be more reasonable. And so I went back, a little bit more reasonable, a little bit more knowledge, sat down with the manager, and she actually negotiated exactly what I asked for as far as the reduction of costs. And so Thursday, I drove up in the morning with my brother Jeffrey, and we were able to obtain the box truck paid for and bring it home. And so we've added a box truck to our fleet on top of a truck and a van. So that was a huge plus for us. So today is Friday. Um, we have that install that I got on Monday coming. And today, the guys that I'll be bringing on came to my house, and we met each other, got to be around each other, kind of explaining what we're expecting, what's going on here. One of the guys is certified. We assembled some ductwork today, loaded the van. We'll take a walk through later and check it out. And long story short, we got the vans loaded. I also had the local company come by to give me a quote on some marketing, logoing, and wrapping the van and box truck today. So that was cool. While we were out here doing work, we stopped by quick, did it right on the site. Again, that's for marketing reasons. We want people to know who we are and what services we provide in a professional mannerism. So I look forward to the wrap and professionalism that it'll bring just by the look. And then also the next strategy after that is obviously some uniforms that are matching and that represent what we're trying to do. So that was my week. Tomorrow.
No, you forgot something, Mel. What'd you do for business today? We did some business, didn't we?
Yes. I went on a routine AC maintenance. IAQ is killing it right now. So I simply cut open a section in the return. I had the customer come by. I flashed my light into the ductwork and took a photo. And upon doing that, they realized the ductwork was absolutely needing a cleaning. So in the process of just doing AC and showing the customer the condition of their ductwork, I also sold an IAQ and a duct cleaning package to the customer. And that was huge for me.
So it was a good day in business, even though you didn't do a change out.
It was a great day in business, and I didn't do not a single thing in change out. I did 2 tune-ups, and one of the tune-ups turned into a duct cleaning. The other one was a tune-up that we had done the cleaning last year, so we didn't get it. It doesn't need cleaning.
Any plans for the weekend?
Tomorrow, we will be getting up bright and early at 7 to go start on that rough-in for the whole house install. So this is not just a swap out. It's doing the duct work, tying everything in, and also the equipment. So tomorrow we're going to do the rough end, get the duct work hung, get the lines ran and flexed out, and then we'll return the following week and finish out the unit. So that way during the week we can do service and maintenances and create business for the following week, which was another huge lesson I learned this week. It's just scheduling and strategizing. Instead of filling your schedule necessarily with installs, you can fill it with service and tune-ups that will create more installs and maybe save the installs for the weekends, which are a lot open and people are home and they normally enjoy that anyhow. So that was a good strategy. Appreciate it, Ren.
And then what was one of those action items that we talked about last week that you were able to perform this week that you finally had a little bit of success on after, working at it for this whole week and last week with
Yeah. So if any of you have heard the video about bringing the dead back to life, turning on phone numbers, I finally completed that process, and it was exactly that process. I literally made probably 20 calls. Today, I have two of 7 numbers turned on from a company that was around for 72 years and no longer around. I got those numbers turned on, and Monday they'll be turning on some of those other numbers, and I'll be other numbers to be turned on. If you're doing the phone trick, be consistent, stick to it. It is a fight, but if you stick consistent to it, call, you will get to where you want it, and you never know. It only takes one number to get it done. The phone number company that I had, they did 150 mil here in Lancaster County, and they were around for 72 years. And they stickered up all their equipment in this area. So Monday, the test starts. I have the phone numbers, they're active. So when a customer calls that number, it'll ring directly to my phone. That's called forwarding. And those customers will be serviced by Winter's Heating and Air Conditioning, not the previous contractor.
Yeah, so what he's talking about in there is I did a video on my YouTube channel about how to purchase businesses' phone numbers that went out of business. And Mel found one week 1, or actually found 5 phone numbers, and he went through the process to turn them on. It took about 2 weeks. He'll probably have about $100 invested in that. So one service call will pay for that. A lot of labor on that. So we're anxious to see how that works for Mel coming up.
Yes.
And we're going to go ahead and find out how Billy did this week and what things he worked on with his business besides maybe running service. And then we're going to go ahead and if you've got some questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. We'd love to answer them. first time here. These guys have been in business for a short period of time. They've been asking for some help and advice, and I give it to them free. It didn't cost them anything. And we're just trying to document what it's like inside an HVAC business when it's new and some of the success you can have. So if Billy, you could start to share a little bit about, how your week went, maybe day by day, we'd appreciate it.
Sure. Basically running service, home warranty primarily, and doing some property management as well. And each one of them, the property management companies, they don't really worry about the IAQ. They just want their machines fixed or whatever. So I got lucky on one that was it was a bad coil on it. So they wanted me to do the work, and I said, "Are you sure you don't want me to replace it? Because we can. It'd be just as cheap to replace it." And they said the homeowner doesn't want to replace it. So I said, "Okay, we'll put you a coil in." And they said, "Well, how much will that cost?" I said, roughly about $1,750. And they said, "Go ahead and do it." I said, "Okay." That was I think that was Monday, and then after that, we just, it's just mostly service work, capacitors, contactors, but it did start getting cooler this week toward the end. So I had a couple of heating calls actually yesterday and did those. And then today we had roughly about 3 calls, but we set it up that way because I knew I was going to pick up another vehicle, and I had to be available for the gentleman to give it to me, and I had to give him the money. So today was a little bit different, but usually through the week, I'm not even getting home till about 5 or 5:30.
Okay. And what are your plans for the weekend? Do you have any work planned already?
Oh yeah. Yep. I gotta get a van. I gotta get a truck detailed out, get it ready for, get it ready, cleaned up, and get it ready for it to be decaled. And we're going to see that. I think we're going to look at that here in a second. And I'd hate I didn't do this with the van to begin with, because the van just had a magnetic on it that had rocket air on it with our with our original design that we came up with for the magnetic. And I'll actually show that to you in a minute. It's pretty much the same thing. It's on the hat. It's not much different at all. It's just got a number on it, but it went from that magnet to what you're going to see on the van. And that was only 2 weeks ago. And now went from that van to buying a truck. And we're going to do the same thing with a truck.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so we're talking like that's in 6 weeks, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, this part is less than 6 weeks. This is more like 3 weeks.
Okay, we're going to throw this question. We'll make it brief. Greeny One says he'd love to hear about how you operate as it pertains to bookkeeping and accounting. Let's go ahead with you, Mel, first.
So I used to do paper and QuickBooks. I've transitioned to House Call Pro. Highly recommend. It basically takes a lot of the back office stuff, scheduling, billing, planning out your week, budgeting, where you at, average sale, revenue. It gives you kind of all your analytics that you need to be able to see what's going on with your business. And you don't have to double entry, put it on paper, then enter it again. It's one time and it's in, and then it also links and syncs to my QuickBooks, which holds my finance and my customer basis.
And what does that run on you, Mel?
Per year, it's $2,700. Well worth it. I'd pay double for it, honestly. It's saving me that much stress of having the double entry and do the paper and thing.
Yeah, and so Mel, you've been just doing this in the last 2 weeks. I mean, you really just kind of got kickstarted on that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then Billy, what's your procedure for bookkeeping and accounting?
We was using something similar to Jobber. I mean, it's Jobber actually, but we switched over to House Call Pro Mail last night.
Nice.
So yeah, yeah. You had an influence on Lori about that because of the way you and Gabby were talking about it. And
Yeah.
Lori, they worked out some different things because they knew we had Jobber, so
Okay.
they gave us a little bit more promo to it, and we're actually, I think that the launch day for the House Call Pro instead of Jobber for us is, I think it's going to be Monday.
Awesome. Awesome.
Hey, I got a guy.
Yeah, yeah.
I got a guy here
I think
that I work with in the Bernie. He's got a YouTube channel too. He does some high end stuff. He's way smarter than me. Hi, Bernie. Appreciate you stopping by.
yes, sir. But yeah, I agree, Billy. I like it a lot, and even like reviews. So when you're done with your customer, they pays. A couple minutes
Yeah,
later, it sends them a reminder. Hey, leave us a Google review, which is huge, right? People go and try to find us and kind of give a consensus of who we are based on those reviews. So I like how it
and
just captures everything.
and you know what I found, Mel, with some of the home warranty companies is that people that they dispatch Rocket Air to them. What we found out when we got to the house was, oh, we looked at your Google reviews, and you have a 5.0. You have a perfect score out of 10 or 9. I think I think we're up to 9, but you don't even
Yeah,
have an upset customer. I said, well, it's not that we don't want to upset any customer or have a bad experience at all, but we deliver, and we're known for this. Me and Lori both are known for this. We deliver, and Mel, because you've talked to us
absolutely.
multiple times. We deliver strong, focused customer service, and that is where it's at.
Yes, sir. Agreed, 100%. I try to over deliver, if anything.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Hey, Mel, do you know how many reviews you've gotten so far
how many?
since you've gotten the
House Call Pro? I've probably gotten 9.
9 sub? And if you're in business and you're watching the channel, tell us how hard it is without an app to get some reviews for Google, because I can tell you what, it's really hard in my opinion. When I was in business, we were the highest rated company in our area. We had like over 135 Google reviews, and it naturally pushes your website up so people can find you for basically for free. Now, one thing we haven't talked about real quick, how much are you guys currently spending on marketing?
$0.
And
I
Billy?
haven't really, I haven't kicked my campaign off really, but I haven't spent anything on advertising or marketing.
Okay, what about you, Billy?
I would have to agree with Bell. Nothing focal pointed, directed at marketing other than business cards. That's it.
Hey, tech support. I don't have a book, but I got a bunch of YouTube channels. They're kind of dry, not very good, not very polished. If you go to my channel, like, subscribe, you'll see some of my comments, or excuse me, my videos, and my email's in the description. If there's a specific question that you don't want to ask here, you can shoot me an email, and we can communicate that way. Also, Mel's email and Billy's email, and Jeff, who will be here shortly, his their emails are all in the description, along with a lot of the books that I've read that I consider to help me maybe be successful as a business owner in the HVAC world. Those links are in the description as well. Go ahead and if you click on that link and buy it, then I'm going to make like a penny. So whatever. But either way, you should probably read something if you're looking to go into business for yourself. But I want to see what your business is looking like for your fleet, Mel. Can you take everybody out there and kind of give us the old
Yes, sir. Hey,
tour of
Jay.
that?
Absolutely. I'm gonna get some help here.
Yeah,
So
you lucky. You get help.
I just need to turn the camera around and then shoot.
I'm going to remove me from the screen. I'm going to remove you, Billy, from the screen just so we can get a wider video of Mel showing off his trucks.
All right, you guys ready? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, Mel, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep. It's a little dark out here, so I'm
Smile.
All right, so this is the 14-foot box truck. I'll jump up in here.
Probably going to get an inverter with some lights for that, aren't you? Kind of
Yes,
hard
sir.
to see.
Yeah, I got it kind of slammed up here. Pop up. I got it kind of slammed up here right now with duct work and whatnot. There's a little light up top. But so we got our duct board there, fittings, pad width, the units, heat pump, all our other components in here. Got some racks made today.
Hey, one thing we didn't talk about, Mel, is what'd you pay for that? And then how did that make you feel being able to afford that after a week in business, basically doing some of the things I suggested?
Yep. So originally they wanted about $8,700 for it. I negotiated down to 82. It was huge. Last week I needed like one more job to get her done. And I was challenged, hey, you can just go get one more job and pay for the truck. And I dug in and we got her done. We were able to go and purchase this and not worry about going getting a loan, asking for money. We had it, we did it. And another smart move you're gonna do if you are in business, open up a business credit card. That way you get some rewards and points for the things that you're purchasing. And when you're purchasing things at $8,200, those points and rewards add up. That was a trick I learned this week also from Ren. Recommend if you're going to make big purchases like such to do it. It'll help you tremendously. So this is a 14-foot box truck. I'm going to turn around here and show you guys my current van. We are doing some rebranding, so it'll be changing here, and I'll post an update on that as I get a new logo. So we'll turn around out of the box truck here, and I'll show you that. All right, so this is my current van setup. Winter Home Services. This will now be a service vehicle that we run out of. And then we'll go around the back here. I'll just show you kind of what's the setup like. This is the service vehicle currently, or this is a service vehicle. We'll slide up a little bit. I'm currently cleaning everything out since we have the new install vehicle, and this will be just mainly service and cleanings. And then we'll have an install and service vehicle with box truck as well. So this is nice. I like it. But it'd be a lot nicer to get a lot more equipment into the box truck and in the duct cleaning machine also. To have duct cleaning machine in here and equipment makes a long day pulling stuff in and out just to get to it. So the box trucks relieves us of that, makes us more efficient, faster on the job, and gets the job done quicker for us overall. So that's a big reason we switched over to the box truck, which you see here. So yeah, we originally went from this. Now we got a box truck. I have a truck as well, so I'll be running out of my truck. A guy will be running service, and then we have a vehicle for installers as we continue to grow and add more people to our team. So that's my setup here. I think Billy's going to take you to his, and this all happened in a matter of 2 weeks. Started doing things differently, taking some advice and implementing that advice, and in a matter of 2 weeks, I added 2 more guys to my team. I got a box truck this week, which is huge. Again, here it is, the 14-footer for U-Haul. It was absolutely exhilarating going there and picking this up. I felt like a kid again, driving it home, knowing that we worked for it. It paid off. It was ours. It's going to provide what we need and give us even more ability to be more efficient at what we're doing. So the team was happy. I was happy. And it feels good for your hard work to pay off. So that's me, Billy, rocking airtime.
Well, one more thing. I mean, do you feel like your business has just changed so dramatically in like the last 2 weeks? It's kind of hard to even imagine. Like if I'd have told you 2 weeks ago this is where you're going to be at, what would you have said?
I would have laughed at this.
Once again, what's that?
Yeah, I probably would have told you not quite. I probably would have told you not quite there, and it was tough, honestly, because when you're trying and it's not working, literally run in circles and not go anywhere. Where progress with the right moves happen in 2 weeks from now. So absolutely, I'm happy. Absolutely, I'm happy and excited.
Yeah, I'm proud because I'd like to think that I kind of pointed you in the right direction along the way. But at the end of the day, you did all the work and you took all the action and you made all the sales. So it wasn't me. It was just
Yes, sir.
getting you focused on what you needed to do.
Yes, sir. And this
So
can happen for any of you guys that are watching. This can easily happen to you if you're a tech and you have the ability to do it. This can absolutely happen to you. Watch a couple videos, implement some of these strategies. Even if you doubt, implement them, see what happens, and from that, something great can happen for you, as me and Billy are experiencing right now in real time.
yeah, and I mean, I didn't charge you nothing for this, and I just kind of
I
did it
know.
because I wanted to help you out. But how would you say the advice was? It seems like every time you call me and you have a question, it just seems like the advice just keeps coming.
Yes. So the more I play the game, I realize the more my strategy has to get better. So it's like all the moves that I am doing, they're working because then they call for me to go back to the game board, so to speak, and say, okay, now what's the strategy here on this level? So it's like each week I'm going up to a new level, and it's not a level I've been to. So to be able to have a mentor and just to be able to bounce off of Billy, hey, we're at this stage. What now? Is huge for me. Relieve some of that stress, and then it's just basically down to me executing that strategy and not necessarily trying to figure it all out. Which that's been a tremendous help. I haven't had to figure everything out. I've just had to implement the strategy that's been laid before me. Tremendous time saver, right? You can learn something in 10 years or with the right person in 10 minutes. I prefer the 10 minutes, or a phone call or email or YouTube video, any of those versus 10 years of my life.
How's your stress level compared to what it was 2 weeks ago?
I'm not stressed. I'm more, dude, let's get it back out to the hunt. It's working. Let's go. When you do something and it works, you want to go back up and do it again. If you're a hunter, it's like going out hunting and you have a good spot. You want to go back to that spot every year, and that's kind of where I'm at. I want to do this every day, every day, every day, every day. With more guys, it's just now we need to do more and more and more and more. So I'm enthusiastic. I get up early. I'm up till midnight most nights, and I'm up at 6:30. I get the kids on to school. I say all those other responsibilities still get done because at the end of the day, this is what I want to do. This is my passion. So for me, I enjoy it. And when the rewards are right there to show you that what you're doing is working, why wouldn't you enjoy it? I'm loving it.
Okay, cool. We'll get you a little break. You can drink pop or something. I'm going to take you backstage, and then we'll add Billy. Okay, Billy, you there? Is your headlight on?
Oh yeah. Well, let me switch the angle here.
Angle of the day.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Like I said before, I hate I didn't get the van, and it's pitch black here. I mean, literally. But I hate I didn't get a before and after of the van. But this is what it looks like. I'm gonna walk around so that way you can see it. And this design we came up with ourselves. It's not what somebody else came up with. It is exactly what we wanted and what we thought out. If you can see it, see that little dog on the rocket? Can you hear me, Rian?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Rian, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. For a minute, I thought I lost you. Okay, so that's pretty much that truck. Is that coming through good?
Yeah, fair. I mean, it's kind of shaky. I think your signal's getting weak, so it's kind of buffering. Might have to get that another time.
Okay.
But maybe you could just describe the second truck you bought. Maybe get closer to your Wi-Fi signal. Kind of someone's saying that the stream is, the audio is good, but the video feed is weak on the stream, probably on your guys' end because you're on Wi-Fi. So, and that's a truck you picked up for $2,500 this week.
Yep.
Nice
And go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, this truck is a Chevrolet Silverado. What we're going to use this truck for is actually service, but this camper shell on the back, all the doors come out, so you can get to every tool very easily. Let's see, I'm trying to think of everything on here, but picking it up for $2,500 was that's almost no money to pay back. I mean, it's if it pays for itself.
Yeah, and your plan is you're going to take the graphics off, then rebrand it, and have it detailed over the weekend, or maybe not in that order, but that's what the plan is.
That is the plan, but I wanted to get it on your video feed, so when you see it again, you're going to see it a whole different way than what you see it right now.
Okay.
And then I'm going to show you the third vehicle that's implemented into the business, and this is a surprise because you and Mel did not see this. This is and I don't know how good this is going to come through at all, but this is a Envoy, a GMC Envoy.
Yeah.
If you can see it, like I said, it's pitch black, and you can't really get a good look at it, in the daylight, because it is a burgundy or red color. But what we're going to use this particular vehicle for, excuse me, Ren.
Yeah.
Let me go back to the face in the front here.
There you
Get
go.
closer to that. Let me get closer to that Wi-Fi signal. What we're going to use that third vehicle for, and I didn't tell you or Mel about it, but what we're going to do is we are actually going to use that vehicle for our IAQ vehicle. That's going to be a salesman vehicle only, specifically for IAQ and nothing else.
Okay. Hey, Mel, there you go. You there?
Yes, sir.
Mel. Okay, just checking because it showed you were muted. So basically, we got a bunch of vehicles added to the fleet this week. We're doing great in business. Hey, Mel, could we turn it over to your brother if he's available and kind of tell him what he's doing to help you in addition to the other stuff?
Hey, Jay. Yeah, let me get him. Jay? Yeah. What's the password here? Hey.
We need your help. Please come out.
Just give me a second here, Ray.
Well, you can just hand him your camera too if you want. Make it easier for him.
Turn it back on. Just want a quick brief of like the marketing and what we're doing, kind of how you're doing with Instagram, all that. All right, Ren, you ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Just a quick comment on like kind of what you did, marketing strategy, and some of the stuff. Come this way, Jay.
I hope by Gabby.
All right, Ren.
Yeah, we're ready.
Hey.
Hey, Jeff, appreciate you coming back on here.
Hello?
Yeah, we're here.
How's it going, Jeff?
Wi-Fi.
Can you hear us?
This was Wi-Fi?
I'm not sure.
Can you hear us, Jeff? Can you hear us?
You guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
No, we got you.
Okay.
How's it going, Jeff?
All right. How's it going, Billy?
It's fine, sir. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, all is well. All is well.
So, can you tell us what you've been working on for Mel with his marketing campaign?
I've been doing a little Instagram marketing for him. I've been creating content for him for HVAC. Basically, just knowledge, how to's and what not to do, and top lists for his Instagram and for his timeline. And it's been working so far. We got 41 followers in about 2 days. 3 customers returned. We funneled that and turned the followers into customers. So slowly but surely, he's going up. His numbers are going up, and The goal is to get them to 1,000 followers this month.
How many?
1,000 followers we're going to get them to this month.
And what kind of strategy are you using to do that? I mean, how does that work? Because I don't know.
Consistent posting with good content. Right now we're posting content that's engaging. Duct cleaning, lives, questions, especially the lists that we're doing. People are liking the list. I usually post new products that's coming out as well. Quick tips.
And where are you finding the content, or how are you developing that?
Basically, I just keep up with what's going on now in the realm of HVAC. I look up the top equipment, the top trends, and I go from there.
And obviously, you've had some success in a couple days to generate all that extra followers on his Instagram, right?
Correct. It's only been 3 days so far.
And what's his Instagram channel?
Winter Home Services.
It's the old handle was Winter Home Services, but it's switching to Winter's Heating and Air Conditioning.
And if someone was watching this video and they needed some help with that, they could email you. Would that be fine?
Yeah, that's fine. You can email me or email Mel. I guess we'll put the link in the description or the link in the chat box. So anyone that needs assistance, or strategy, they can just reach out. And merch as well. We're working on his new uniforms. We just did. I put in orders for shirts back in Florida and hats. So we're gonna do 2 different types of uniforms. We're gonna do full whites, full sleeves with a couple patches. We got the American flag on the right. We got the IEQ patch. We got his company's logo patch that's gonna go on the shirt as well. And then we got some navy blue polos as well. And some hats, some trucker hats that's going on too.
Now, are the trucker hats kind of is that in style?
Yes, it's the going style now for HVAC. For the trades, basically.
Yeah, I didn't know
It
that.
has a thermal inside. The hat that I chose, it has a thermal inside, so it fights the sweat. It's comfortable and it's fashionable as well.
Well, if you had one suggestion to somebody that was thinking about going into business and doing some Facebook and Instagram, what would one suggestion be?
Definitely get a mentor. Talk to someone who knows what they're doing, someone who's doing what you want to do, or or a company a company that you like with their uniform or what they're doing. Definitely reach out to them. Try to get some advice, some tips, some tactics. Other than that, just go. You gotta get to it.
Cool. I appreciate that, Jeff. We're going to be wrapping up here in a few minutes. So if we could switch back to Mel, I appreciate it. Thanks for, sharing that little bit with us. And if anybody wants to contact Jeff, his email is already in the description of this video. And, ask him some questions and see if there's something he might be able to do to help. And then I have a question for Billy. Are you doing anything on social media?
Oh yeah, we have a Facebook page, and we try to do uplink, like do something new every week on it. Sometimes we'll post something, maybe twice a week, but we don't want to do too much. You want to take that little bit at a time. Now, Instagram, I have no idea. That's what I was going to talk to Mel about next. But did you see what we did a minute ago, Mel, about the Envoy?
Yes, I did.
I didn't tell you or Ren about that, but that's going to be That's going to be decaled for IAQ only. Lori is going to sell that.
Now, are you gonna wrap that and make it look like coronavirus?
Yeah, there you go. but you know something, Mel? Here's the biggest thing that we've kind of looked into, really looked into. A woman salesperson will outsell a man hands down. But that's the plan. And so really, there's 3 in the fleet, but y'all just only knew about 2.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know, that's awesome, and I think that just helped Lori get to more buy-in too. Now she gets to mix it up a little bit. And
Oh yeah, is that Gabby laughing in the background?
Yep. She's
You
laughing.
know
But
what?
she'll be right. She'll be in with the truck soon enough.
You tell Gabby that she's fixing to be roped into an IAQ salesperson. Watch, I get she'll outsell you, dude, every time. I guarantee you.
Oh, she's better looking all day.
Oh, you and me. I mean, look at me. I mean, I look like Shrek, man. You know.
So, hey, we're coming up, just 10 minutes short of an hour, and I know you guys both got big days tomorrow. Do you have any big things planned that you're going to try and work on this week for your business? And if so, can you tell us about it? And was there any lessons that you remember this week that you learned, or something you threw you off guard, you figured it out, and maybe share a little bit about that? And then we'll start with Billy on this one.
Okay, as far as what was the question again, Ren? I'm sorry. Hey, come on. Melvin smiled. That's what messed me up.
Do you have anything you're planning on working on your business this week? And if so, what? And then besides obviously your truck, and then was there any lessons learned this week in business, something that you some struggle you might have had that you were able to overcome, or lesson learned?
Yes, sir. Go with House Call Pro first instead of Jobber. That was what I learned this week. Also, yes, we got so much next week, Ren. I couldn't tell you how much it's going to be, but anyway, we got 2 vehicles to get ready to get decaled. We got 1 person we're fixing to add on. Whenever we always talk about, you hear me talking to Mel and you about customer service, where a lot of companies fall short on that is they go in. It's not that they mean to do it. They're just so focused on doing the wrong thing that they overstep the biggest point, and that's being there for the customer. You're there for the customer's benefit, not for yourself. As Mel can probably reflect this. If you're genuine with a customer, like really genuine, you're going to win that customer every time.
Absolutely.
People can smell a salesman a mile away, but somebody that's genuine and really wants you to be a provider of a service for them. Hey, you call me at 9:00 at night on a Friday night. If there's a problem, you're my customer. I have a maintenance with you. I'm coming to you. That's good customer service. Most guys will put that off until the following morning, but they're not going to take their time to go out there and take care of them that night. That's what gets you good Google reviews. That's what gets you noticed as far as being in the community. Do something in the community that will bring more eyes to your business, because that is what you want by a long shot.
That was well said. I forgot your name. Mel
Billy.
Smile.
Rocket Air.
Oh,
yeah, Rocket Air.
No, you're talking about Millionaire, not Rocket Air. Millionaire.
Yeah, millionaire. Okay. Hey Mel, tell us what you learned and what you're facing this week, and what is there anything that you specifically want to try and get done?
Yeah. As far as trying to get done, now that we have these guys, is just managing them, right? So keep them busy, making sure they're productive, having tasks for them to complete, and having them understand how that task needs to be complete. Some of these guys I have not been around necessarily a very long time. Others I have. So for me, it's just like being insightful, making sure I have things to implement for these guys so they're just not doing random stuff. Lessons learned, I would say on the purchase of the vehicle, there's reasonable and then there's unreasonable. Learn to operate in between. As far as like the negotiating thing, I changed my strategy with that, and for sure I'll go back at some point. So now I know. Another thing I want to work on is just inventory management. Now that I have more vehicles, you got to manage your inventory and making sure things are coming and going and they're filled, so we're not on job sites without parts that we need. Let's see. Besides that, IAQ is my new thing. Billy's put me on it. I just switched to a new product, Solus Air. I'm extremely excited about it. It does a much better job than the product that I was using. So that was a learning one, and now I'm learning how to sell it, different strategies. The phone shot photo of the ductwork is working very well for me. Conversation is normally over at that point. I'll be having some marketing things that are sent over, which I'm excited about. It's a video book, so the customer can literally sit there and watch 4 short videos and get a complete understanding of a product that once I'm done showing them the ductwork, I'll be talking to them about to help their house, the whole house air purification system. So for me, that was it. And other than that, like I said, I'm excited. Got the new box truck, got these guys. Now it's just time to continue to making sure things are going forward and the train's staying on the track.
So
hey, Mel. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I come up with some whole new strategies on the IAQ that me and you need to talk about. Phone to phone, because you're gonna love it. It's really good stuff, man. It's good material, and me and Lori kind of wrote it up together. It's we write our own sales stuff pretty much. That part we both know that really good.
Awesome.
But anyway, I got some good material for you at a later time, man.
Heck yeah, Billy, we got to start a competition. How many we can sell?
All right, I'm game. I have sold 15. I have sold 15 in 1 week, so I can do it.
Hey, let's get it. You just let me know it's possible. That's all I got to hear, and it's on.
Oh, it's possible, man. If you run 30 calls, half of them can easily be IAQ sales. Easily. Don't step. Listen, Mel. Remember, don't step over hundreds to get to $1.
Yes, sir. That was another good lesson this week.
Now, I hate to put you guys like in your place, but don't make me invite Coral on here.
Oh no, we're gonna be both doubled over if he invites Coral. But hey, it's funny you should mention that, Rian, because my wife is actually going to talk to her because she's going to be a woman in the field selling IAQ. So guess what, Mel? We're going to turn it on now for sure.
Because she's selling like 80,000 a week, which is more than you guys do in a month.
Yeah, that's why we want Lori doing that. It's because
Wow.
We'll have to have 2 people doing installs on IAQ.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. I mean, she's insane. She's a unicorn. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, that Coral. I mean, there was part of me that wanted to bring her on tonight, but I don't know if I could handle it because she's pretty wild. And
yeah, she's out there. But she's fun though, Ren. She is fun.
Yeah, she's exciting, and it's fun to see her success. She's done real well. She's a woman in the trade. My hat's off to her. I could probably never do that, but sounds like you guys are having a good week. Got good weeks planned. Hopefully the weather's going to pick up a little bit. That should stimulate it. Mel, this week you're going to get some home warranty calls. You're going to probably get a few calls off that phone number. I know you're going to program that stuff this week and get some more phone numbers turned on. Sky's the limit, guys.
I'm actually going to try that, Mel. We're searching one out now. I'm going to try that out. I think there's a couple of them, and they were a couple cities up from us, but that doesn't matter. I mean, we try to do, we'll go into. We're actually going to try to go into Charlotte, North Carolina. So that's I've worked that area before, and there's a ton of money in there. Oh my gosh, man. That's where I sold most of them UV lights was in Charlotte. So I had really good luck there.
Get back over there.
Oh, you know it, man. Like I said, I'm gonna have three vehicles going for long. It's just I just got to wait for time to get there. I'm restricted, but I do know what you're talking about. Everything that in my business is completely debt free. There is no loans, nothing. Now, yes, I don't have the money banked in the bank. It's in my vehicles and in my stock, but I also don't owe nobody nothing either.
Yeah, that's a great feeling, huh?
Oh yeah, you know it, man. You know it.
Yeah.
Hey, Bernie wants 3 capacitors. How much you guys sell capacitors for?
I'm gonna let look.
173.
That's cheap. Billy?
Is he a maintenance customer or non-agreement customer?
Grandma.
Yeah,
How much
there
is
you
grandma?
go.
What's
There you
grandma
go.
paying? No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go to hell for that one. But no, there's a lot of money to be made in this field. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your Friday. I'd like to try and do it again next week. I want to hear what's going on. This is exciting watching you guys build these businesses. I know with the money you're doing in revenue, you guys are making a good living. Should be able to provide a good, stable financial future for your families. What's one thing you would leave someone that runs across this video if you're a new tech and you're thinking about getting into business, or what's one thing you could leave them with? And then I'm going to end the broadcast after we finish with the answers. And subscribe, consider, looking at some of my other videos. Triple platinum customer. I don't know what that is, Bernie, but appreciate it. Yeah, that's like a full service on top of we cover everything. But hey, Mel, leave us with a word of advice, and then you, Billy, and then hang out in the studio afterwards for a few minutes, and then we'll go on with our day.
Perfect. Yeah, word of advice: if you're tech and you're looking to do this, seek mentorship. You may not have all the answers in you, but I don't believe that there's any such thing of an original question. The questions can be answered. Someone has overcame or faced the challenges that you faced. You simply got to connect the dots. And then once you connect the dots, it's your responsibility to execute those things that allow you to change your frequency and get on that other person's frequency, that other person's level. So do that. I think iron sharpens iron as well. So get around people that are doing what you want to do. They'll automatically help you level up too.
Thanks for that word of advice. How about you, Billy?
I will have to reflect what Mel just said. A mentor is worth its weight in gold. Always. Someone like Ren, or even Ren himself. Also, reflecting on you as a technician, you always have the comfortability of going home after a day's work. When you're an owner, it's 24/7. It is rewarding, and it's worth it if you have the drive to do it. But you have to know coming in that you're going to need to be driven to make yourself successful. It is not going to happen easy, and it's not going to happen overnight, but it can happen quickly. But you have to do a lot of stages. You have to, like I said, mentorship, just like Mel said, but you have to have great customer service. If your customer service is not cutting edge and better than everybody else, you kind of will, you may or may not succeed. But if you are better than everyone else, you're going to fly past the competition by a long shot. Because that's where it's at, man. You got to take care of that customer, and they got to feel that from you, and they will. The people are not stupid. They know.
Yeah, they know who's going through the motions and those who actually care about what's happening. But appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. Sorry it wasn't as exciting as some of the other stuff, but it's just real world stuff. And
I'm excited to be here with Mel.
That's right.
Yeah, we have to do it in the light so we can see those vans. Maybe we'll just record a video another time. But once again, thanks for stopping by, guys. We're going to do this again with time allows next week, and we'll give you an update. So thanks again.